Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Been a while since I've been here, but life happens. Back for at least a little while. Hopefully, back more regularly in the new year. Who knows? I'll keep you updated when I can. In any event, if you are looking for coaching, life, relationship, business, would love to be of service to you. I've served for over 15 years now in that field and would love to help you if I can. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in touch with me or a member of my team. We can make something happen from there. The next thing we're looking at is how do you know if you're dating a sociopath? A sociopath is a person who is able to be extremely manipulative with the emotions of others and not necessarily care about the effect that they are having on other people. And so there are several ways to know if you're dating one of these individuals. The first way is kind of looking at it from the standpoint of, are they indifferent to the emotions of others or the effect they have on other people? The level of indifference that a sociopath has is going to be higher than most individuals because they're only focused on the direct benefit they are getting at any given time when dealing with an emotion. And so that effect or the kind of influence of the effect can be super noticeable when most people would be reacting with sadness or negative emotion for the discomfort of another person, but then the sociopath is going to only kind of look at it and kind of shrug. So their emotions being at least partially muted is one sure sign or almost sure sign that you're dealing with somebody with those sociopathic tendencies. The next is the desire to manipulate situations and or change narratives. A sociopathic individual has narcissistic tendencies and manipulative tendencies. These individuals are looking to get themselves ahead with every situation that they're in and also to portray themselves as someone who is in constant need of either sympathy or attention or some level of gain. And so manipulating by storytelling, manipulating by using emotions in a way to get you gaslit into believing that they are the only one in pain so that you are disturbed enough to doubt your own reality is another sure sign you're dealing with a narcissist. These individuals are very skilled at the process, and the sociopathic nature is to get the attention back on themselves at all times, and so when attention is taken off of them, that becomes extremely uncomfortable and oftentimes something that they don't want to deal with at any level. And so that level of disconnect is often something that is a deal killer for people who want to remain in healthy relationships. If you find that you are dealing with a person that you constantly feel you never have any closure in conversations with, or you don't feel like you're making progress in resolving any conflicts, internal or external, that you may have with the person, you may in fact be dealing with a narcissistic tendency individual. The next thing to look at is kind of their impulse control. A sociopathic individual doesn't have impulse control. They want what they want when they want it, and they want it now. This is because the social and mental development of these individuals is stunted, usually down to a very young child or at most teenage level. And those individuals who don't have fully developed impulse control are more likely to be prone to just making decisions quickly based on what makes them feel good and being obsessed with trying to get as much information as they can about how they can use you or your beliefs or the things that matter to you in order to feel good about their own situation. And ultimately this can be super, just something to look at that can be uncomfortable. And so the next thing to kind of look at is their level of anger when they're called out, their level of anger when they are not getting what they want, and also going into the silent treatment as a general rule. So if a sociopathic individual does not get the response they want, they're going to respond with negative emotions in an effort to manipulate your overall mood and affect towards them. When they know how to do that, they can then make a decision based on how to ultimately kind of look at the world, and if they need to change how you feel as a result in order to get themselves where they want to be with things, or get themselves a level of happiness or comfort or whatever have you, then it becomes extremely difficult to really know what you're dealing with. Working with a coach, working with a professional to deal with how to cope with dealing with sociopathic individuals, especially if you've dated several of them, can be helpful, but also can be necessary for your recovery process. Hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.